Sam Cassell graduated from Dunbar High School in Baltimore, Maryland. Cassell was successfully recruited to attend DePaul University. He was declared academically ineligible by the NCAA and ended up starting his college career at San Jacinto College in Texas, where he was known as a big scorer. He moved on to Florida State for his junior and senior seasons. In his senior year, in 92-93, he averaged 18 points, nearly 5 assists, and 5 rebounds per game, and led the ACC in steals. Cassell and teammate Bob Sura formed the highest scoring and rebounding backcourt in the nation, with 38 points and 10 rebounds per game. Cassell's 92-93 Seminoles team finished with a 25-10 record and advanced to the Elite Eight in the NCAA tournament, where they lost to the Kentucky Wildcats. On February 14, 2008, in a loss to Wake Forest, Cassell's jersey was retired by Florida State. Cassell was selected out of Florida State with the 24th pick in the 1993 NBA Draft by the Houston Rockets as eventual successor to Kenny Smith at the point guard position. Eventually, he split point guard duties with Kenny Smith during 94-95, his first 2 seasons in the league, and helped the Rockets win 2 NBA championships. After the 95-96 season, he was traded to the Phoenix Suns along with Robert Horry, Chucky Brown, and Mark Bryant in exchange for Charles Barkley, but his tenure there was brief, as he appeared in just 22 games for the Phoenix Suns. On December 27, 1996, he was traded along with Michael Finley, A.C. Green, and a second-round pick to the Dallas Mavericks in exchange for Jason Kidd, Tony Dumas, and Lauren Meyer. Midway through the 96-97 season, after appearing in 16 games for the Mavericks, he was traded with Chris Gatlin, Jim Jackson, George McLeod, and Eric Montross to the New Jersey Nets in exchange for Sean Bradley, Ed O'Bannon, Robert Pack, and Khalid Reeves in February 1997. Following the season, he elected to re-sign with the Nets. Midway during the 98-99 season, he was dealt again for the 4th time in 6 seasons in a 3-way trade with the Minnesota Timberwolves, which sent him to the Milwaukee Bucks along with Brian Evans, Chris Gatlin, a 99 first-round draft pick and a future first-round draft pick on March 11, 1999. On March 3, 2001, he scored his career-high 40 points against the Chicago Bulls. During All-Star Weekend in 2001, he won the Flair Shootout at Jam Session on All-Star Saturday. He almost reached the NBA Finals with the Bucks in 2001, falling short when they lost in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Philadelphia 76ers. During the 02-03 season, he passed 10,000 points for his career. After spending 4 seasons with the Bucks, he was traded with Irvin Johnson to the Minnesota Timberwolves in exchange for Joe Smith and Anthony Pillar following the 02-03 season. He arguably had his best season in 03-04, where he was named to the All-NBA second team and All-Interview second team and voted to the 2004 NBA All-Star Game. He also helped the Timberwolves reach the 2004 Western Conference Finals before losing to the eventual champions, the Lakers. After the 04-05 season, the Timberwolves traded him in a conditional first-round pick to the LA Clippers in exchange for Marco Jarek and Lionel Chalmers. Cassell appeared to have found a home with the Clippers as he led them to the Western Conference semifinals in the 06 playoffs. In the first round, they beat the Nuggets in 5, but eventually would fall to Phoenix in 7 games. Before the 06-07 season, Cassell was tempted to take a 2-year, $15 million offer from the Atlanta Hawks, but eventually re-signed with the Clippers on a 2-year, $13 million deal. Throughout the 2007-08 season, it has been rumored that Cassell would get bought out of his contract with the Clippers, especially after they let the trade deadline pass without dealing him. Cassell first denied that he was pushing strongly towards a buyout, but eventually acknowledged his buyout talks with the Clippers. On February 26, 2008, it was reported that the Clippers will officially announce the buyout later that day. But that didn't happen, and only some days later, the interests of both parties were reportedly to be far apart. Cassell will have to walk away from all his remaining salary to receive a buyout, and initially was not ready to do so. But on February 28, 2008, the Clippers reached a contractual buyout agreement with Cassell and placed him on waivers. According to the agreement, Cassell received half of his remaining salary, roughly $850,000. Cassell became an unrestricted free agent on March 3, 2008, where he cleared waivers and was eligible to sign with a team of his choice. Although the Mavericks, Nuggets, and Suns were interested in his services, he was strongly linked with a poised move to the Boston Celtics and was expected to be in Boston once he cleared waivers. On March 1, 2008, Cassell agent David Falk confirmed that Cassell would sign a contract with the Celtics for the remainder of the season if he cleared waivers, receiving a prorated amount of the veteran minimum of $1.2 million. Cassell said that he would wear either number 28 or 91 in his jersey, and eventually chose 28. According to his agent, Cassell had signed a contract with the Celtics on March 3rd, 2008, but the signing was pending the official league announcement. His arrival was delayed because of a death in the family. On March 4th, 2008, Cassell officially signed with the Celtics, but immediately flew back to his hometown Baltimore to attend funeral services for his deceased family member. He made his debut against the Sixers on March 10th, 2008. On March 17th, 2008, Cassell had a standout performance in the St. Patrick's Day matchup against the Spurs, where he led his team from a 22-point deficit to a 2-point victory, scoring 17 points and hitting a clutch shot late in the game. On March 28, 2008, Cassell was honored as one of the 20 greatest players in the Milwaukee Bucks history during the team's 40th anniversary team celebration, but could not attend the festivities because of the Celtics game against the Hornets. On February 17, 2009, Cassell was traded to the Sacramento Kings for a conditional second-round draft pick in the 2015 NBA draft. One day later, Cassell was waived by the Kings along with Quincy Douby in order to make room for players acquired in the Miller-Salmons Bulls trade. On May 21, 2009, Cassell was named assistant coach under Flip Saunders of the Washington Wizards. Cassell is known for his feistiness and outgoing personality. He was one of the Milwaukee Bucks' Big Three alongside Ray Allen and Glenn Robinson that reached the Eastern Conference Finals in 2001. In Minnesota, he was an integral part of the team as he and his teammates were led by 03-04 MVP Kevin Garnett, leading them to the 04 Western Conference Finals for the first time in franchise history before losing to the Lakers. Coincidentally, both Allen and Garnett, alongside resident star Paul Pierce, will become Cassell's teammate with the Boston Celtics and helped them win the 2008 NBA championship. Cassell appeared on TNT's NBA Fundamentals series, in which basketball players describe certain aspects of the game. He was chosen to illustrate a mid-range game, shooting from an area around the free throw line, the paint, the wing, and the baseline. In this clip, Cassell explained how to post up against opposing guards, shoot pull-up jump shots, and hit buzzer beaters. He admires retired NBA players Terrell Brandon and Jeff Hornacek, two prolific mid-range shooters after whom he modeled his game after. This is the player bio of Sam Cassell. Thanks for checking out Nothing But Net. Until next time.